Wonder Man.
Wonder
Wonder
Man.
Man. Wonder Man. I'm a Wonder Man
Okay.
fan now, which is crazy because I was not at all. I cared
Did
zero
you know
about
anything
this.
about the
I
character?
cared zero. I had no idea. I knew that he was like a side piece to Scarlet Witch. They were like a thing.
Mm.
But that's it. And I don't even really know anything
Okay.
about that, to be honest. I've just heard that.
Well, me being the comic book expert that I am, obviously I know everything about Wonder
Yeah. And I
Man.
know he wasn't a mutant in the comics.
No.
Some people are not
So,
happy with this change, but I love it.
nobody gives a shit about comic book fans. Go away. Anyway, as a comic book fan, um, yes, he was in a love triangle with Vision and the Scarlet Witch, and his consciousness or his personality got put into a Vision at one point.
Interesting.
Which was a nice compromise for Scarlet Witch.
Fuck Vision.
Lucky her.
We should just...
Fuck Scarlet Witch. Why does she
No.
get two guys in one?
No, fuck Vision. I like
Not
Simon
MCU
Williams.
Vision. We like him.
If I was Wanda, I know who I would pick. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, well...
That's
yeah, but
all
the
I'm
Maximoff
saying.
family... We can't have stepdad Simon Williams coming into the picture.
I like Vision better when he's dead.
Fucking hell. I prefer Vision better when he's human Vision as part of WandaVision.
I like
And he's
when...
smacking things with mallets.
I like when he's used as character development for Scarlet Witch.
Which is all he will ever be.
Yep.
Anyway. Now that we finished shitting on Vision.
I would like to see him, like, it would be cool to... I want to see Wonder Man fight everybody.
Yeah, same.
This is like the first time I'm like, yeah, just have them brawl. I just want a movie about, like, these two characters just fucking... I want to know who would win.
Yeah, well, the power scaling is going to be interesting to talk about because we get to see throughout the show, like, different levels of it.
I know. And his, like, they seem so complicated.
They're not.
They're not. Okay.
Not in theory, but it means he's extremely overpowered.
Yeah.
Which could become complicated, but the general premise isn't. I kind of knew that he was an actor in the comics, which was exciting. I like, because they fucking made this show quite a while back. I was really excited to see, like, a Hollywood actor, you know, like, on set
Yeah.
superhero show.
It was awesome. That aspect of it was really fun.
I read part of the Avengers run that he's in that leads into Secret Invasion, and he has a certain tiffle with Captain Marvel.
Oh.
So that was interesting. I can't remember if it was a current tiffle or if it was a past tiffle that they referenced. I can't really remember. But a tiffle happened. A tiffle took place.
A tiffle.
A bit of tiffle. A bit of tiffin. But tiffin aside, we're going to go through each episode because that's the most, like, the easiest way for us to approach this. So I have, like, a little bit of a summary to jog your memory as to what happened in each episode.
Right.
So let's just fucking jump into it. Let's fucking episode 1. We got the introduction to Simon. He's cast in American Horror Story. What did you think?
I loved it immediately. Him being so serious about, like, his minor character in this one episode of American Horror Story was, like, the highlight for me. I was like, I can't... Because he's literally, like, so serious about it that he's talking himself out of the story.
Yeah. I was the complete opposite. I didn't like him.
You were like, this pretentious motherfucker.
I was like, shut up. It's not that deep. But, like, I'm aware that when it comes to certain films and stuff, I get the same way.
This is, like, his thing, man.
Yeah.
And that's, like, so apparent. Is, like, he really, really cares to, like more than a normal person cares about a thing. He cares about acting.
Just lives and breathes acting.
Yeah, it's very... Which is really funny because of the fact that like he has real superpowers, and yet the thing he wants to do the most is just be a pretend superhero to be in a
Which, to be
movie.
fair, we've not really seen too much like secret identity stuff in the MCU. They don't
That's
really do it.
true.
This is the first time, maybe like with Miss Marvel, perhaps. But this is like one of the few occasions that we've seen somebody with like an actual secret identity actively, like even with Spider-Man,
Yeah,
it all got revealed.
they're bad at
And even
it.
before it got revealed, most people knew.
That's true. He was really bad at keeping that a secret.
We got oh, also
Which,
I liked the meta stuff with like when they contact Ryan Murphy to explain to him. They were like, somebody get Ryan on the phone because we got to get this dude out of here. He's halting
oh,
production. And I was like, that's fucking funny as fuck. Like that
yeah,
we're utilizing Disney's very, very wide catalog of acquired IPs
that
to
yeah,
make as many references as possible.
I did like that too.
And like actors playing themselves is genius.
I
Like the
didn't.
woman that was in that scene was actually in the Twilight films.
I'm gonna be honest. The only person I knew in the show that was playing themselves was the person who did Olaf in Frozen.
Oh, okay,
So
Josh Gad, yeah.
I was not with the references as much, but that's
The
just
only
my own
person I knew was
fault.
Joey Pants.
Yeah, Joey
Because
Pants.
when I were a kid, I watched Baby's Day Out. So I got a real kick out of Simon being
It's
like, Baby's
so
Day Out wasn't even
funny.
a good film. Like, even a baby couldn't make you funny.
That's
I'm like, I love
hilarious.
Baby's Day Out. He was in the fucking Goonies. He was in The Matrix, The
Holy shit.
Sopranos. He's in all sorts of shit. So I thought it was cool that they brought him in, but we're jumping the gun. How did you feel about Trevor? He's
Oh,
back.
yeah. I think it's interesting that they started immediately with his storyline with the Department of Damage Control.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me as well. I
Which
didn't think it would be episode 1.
which I think yeah, and then like outing I didn't think that they would already know that Simon has powers either.
Yeah,
And they're
they've
already
been
hunting
tracking him.
down mutants for no reason other than they're mutants. I think that our remember when we had that like talk about how the Department of Damage Control might be the ones who actually go after like start like the mutant hating agenda and start
Hey,
like
they need funding, and a
yeah,
certain man named Stryker or Trask could rock
yeah,
up with some funding.
I think it's
I
coming.
think it's I think it's fucking genius to
Yeah.
like they're very slowly, and that's the way to do it because that's how the MCU has done it in the past, but very slowly building up stuff, and that makes it worth watching everything. So I really loved the fact that Trevor is a role that he has to play. It adds like a whole new level. Like he fucking tells Simon to do that exhale thing
Yeah.
so that he can just naturally act. And then when he gets the phone call, he has to do it and act as Trevor. And I was like, oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
Even Trevor Slattery isn't the real Trevor. So they already got me hooked on there. And then with episode 2, he gets like sent on the mission by Damage Control to get data off of Simon's laptop.
I know.
But
And
we
then
get the fucking let's travel around town and try and film this self-tape while meeting Joey Pants.
yeah, which that
And
was
then
so unnecessary but really hilarious.
it was great for like the callback that came at the end of the end of the show.
Yeah.
But also I loved like when they were leaving I feel like calling him Joey Pants every time. I don't know his I was gonna say I don't know his name in the show. He was Joey Pants. When they were leaving his house and Trevor says to him like acting isn't a job, it's a calling. I was like, oh my god, like, this is really well written.
Yeah.
Because it isn't like any other job. It isn't like a desk job or anything. You have to be a different person. It's crazy.
And the crazy thing is you don't get to choose what you're acting as.
No.
You just have to follow somebody else's idea and then hope that they want what you bring to the table. And then like going through like I feel like it really focused on the gig aspect of the jobs in media right now, which is pretty interesting because like the fact that Simon hasn't really had a job in a long time. And then even with Trevor, they explain why he became the Mandarin because he had all these debts he had to pay off and he couldn't get any jobs acting. So then he gets this one job to act as a terrorist and he needs the money so bad he's going to do it.
I love that they delved into that as well. It was so, like, they didn't need to do it. Like, nobody was asking for,
Yeah.
you know, oh, well, why did Trevor Slattery become the Mandarin a decade ago?
Yeah.
And they did it in such, like, you just felt awful for him because he's such a nice guy and he cares just as much as Simon does when it comes to acting, but they're at different stages in life.
And the Mandarin was just a part to him, and everyone's like,
yeah, he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
And oh god, can't remember what fucking episode it was, but they open the episode with the audition tape where they give him the glasses and he puts on it shows you him discovering the voice and the America. And it's such a good scene.
It really is.
They had no right doing this at all. Like, there was no need for it whatsoever, but it was fantastic. And then episode 3 was the episode where, like, I really warmed up to Simon and I understood his character because we got the birthday party.
What I think is cool, too, though, sorry, it's still about Mandarin, is that everybody hated the fact that they turned the Mandarin into a joke.
Yeah.
Everybody hated that when Iron Man 3 came out. I remember it being, like, a big thing because I'm pretty sure the Mandarin is supposed to be this, like, super, like, evil guy in the comics. Is that a thing? Yeah. So, like, it was... And then for them to just bring it all the way back and be like, no, we're doubling down. This guy is, like... He is the Mandarin. He brought the Mandarin to life. But he's also just some actor. Is awesome.
Yeah, I think, like... I think I might have sent you the clip of it. But there was a podcast clip of somebody saying, like, why the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 works so well. And it's like... It's self-acknowledging the fact that, yeah, they've taken this, like, this American white guy, and they are appropriating a different culture and stuff, and they're fully aware of it, and that is the point of it. But when everybody describes the film and talks about the film, and they act like they're big, massive comic book fans and fucking huge fans of the Mandarin in particular, they act like they're desecrating it, and it's like, no... The film is self-aware.
Yeah.
So that aspect of the film is not bad, regardless of what you think of Extremis and that whole shtick with fucking Aldrich Killian.
I do think that the reveal of the Mandarin not actually being the mastermind was genius in that movie.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley always kills it as Trevor, and I'm so glad that he enjoys playing the role.
Me too.
So, let's talk about Simon's family. We've got our first, as far as I'm aware, first Haitian MCU superhero. We get to see Trevor goes along to the birthday party.
That was
We get to meet Simon's brother.
It was pretty wonderful. I mean, his brother was kind of an asshole, but I can understand a little bit where he's coming from, being, like, the older son and, like, having to be the responsible one, while his little brother gets to just go do his thing, being an artist. I can imagine how frustrating that is.
Yeah, especially when, like, you've got a mum that doesn't care. Like, she's not bothered what Simon goes to do. She's like, oh, you can go have fun and I'll give you money to do whatever.
But she's
And this
not
dude,
even making
the
her own
brother's
money.
like, no, the brother's like, I'm fucking breaking my back here
I'm the one
to
giving
fucking
you
support
money. What do you
people.
mean he just have some money?
But I think it does a good job of flipping that, because like initially I'm like, all right, maybe he's got like a bit of a point, but then it's revealed that they're all aware that he's got powers and that he's different. So then I'm like, oh, you're being a
Yeah.
dick to him, and you know he can't help the fact that he's got what is the equivalent to like a disability, because he can
Okay.
lash out without
But
meaning to.
if you think about it too though, is like now he like his brother has to like I don't know, protect his secret and like not make him too upset cuz otherwise he's going to go like lash out with his powers. Like that can also breed some kind of resentment. If you always have to
It's
like
very,
tiptoe
it's
around
clear he resents
this.
him for the fire and stuff as well. Still,
Yeah.
he
And Simon
clearly
is
is like holding
very
a grudge against him.
Simon is very sensitive.
Oh yeah.
Like super sensitive about everything he's got going on. To the point where he's like literally lying about still having a job with American Horror Story even though he was fired cuz he doesn't want to disappoint them, but like his career is kind of disappointing a little bit, which sucks.
The scene that really got me was the one between the mum and Trevor. And I thought that
Yeah.
I kind of had the same realization I feel like that Trevor had. Unfortunately, my association character was Trevor.
Yeah.
But I like you see him in real time realize like that this mission that he's being sent on by damage control, like, is it really worth staying out of prison for? Because he's getting to meet this dude's family, he's getting to meet the guy himself and realize like what he's like. And the scene where she talks about him like grazing his knee and wanting her to kiss it better, I was like, oh my god, this is like the most human I feel like I've ever seen a fucking. At least since WandaVision, I haven't felt that level of emotion from an MCU character. Like that
Yeah.
fucking. He just felt real. I was like, oh my god. And like her talking about how even though he's got, you know, his box sets and he's acting and whatever, and he doesn't seem lonely, but she can tell that he is. I was like, that's so fucking relatable. Because there's so many introverted people that can't help the fact that they can't go out and be social and make friends and shit.
Yeah.
And they seem fine with it and they're fucking not.
It's really easy to be alone. Like
It
once
is. It's
you
way easier to be
start,
alone than it is to be with people.
especially if you have something like an ability that could ruin your whole career, like that somebody could just like he said it it would be kind of jumping the gun, but like when they're at Von Kovak's house and he's like I can't be vulnerable
Yeah.
because like if he's vulnerable like the bad things happen because
Yeah.
he can't feel his emotions 100%, which is it's sad.
But yeah, I think like they just did such a good job with the writing and stuff, and then obviously we get to see his powers for the first time properly when he fucking completely wrecks his mum's new island counter that she was so happy
Man,
with.
I couldn't even like I didn't even think it was real. I was like, when is he gonna wake up? Because
Yeah,
I
no,
just
that
couldn't
was
believe.
insane.
And that was when we learned really that his family knows and has known the whole
Yeah.
time that he has powers is because they don't freak out. I thought they were gonna be like monster or something. I was like, what the fuck? But no, they're just like they knew it was gonna happen, kinda. But I really think it's a great allegory for being like a gay man in like movies.
I do kind of get that as well, to be fair.
And, like his secret coming out, making it so that he can't get parts, and like I
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when he has that conversation with his ex girlfriend, That one really, like, that's where it cemented to me. I was like, why does this feel like she's saying, like, it's okay that you're gay?
Yeah, no,
Unless it's
yeah,
okay
and
that you have these powers. It
the
was,
little, like, when she's, like, helping style him and stuff,
yeah.
like, those tiny little moments, I was like, this show is working on multiple different fucking levels
And,
here.
like, you could tell they loved each other and they worked good together, but he just had this part of him that he could never share with her. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Which I know that, like,
God.
everybody has a problem with how mutants are always, like, seen as, like, an allegory for social, like, stuff.
Yeah, but
But
that's the
that's the
point
point
of
of them, though. Yeah. So we can hate it all we want. I think that it's a useful plot device to use.
I think they did a good job of making it subtle enough that if you noticed it, you notice it. But if
Yeah.
you didn't notice it, you're not gonna get pissed off and call it woke.
Yeah. Which they're already
You're
calling
just
it
gonna
woke,
instead
but
you're just gonna instead call the casting woke. But grow up.
I don't know. I did love, like, the whole, I don't know. Anyway, we can. What other
Let's
episode?
talk about episode 4.
Yeah, let's talk about episode 4.
Let's talk about adapting Doorman. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, bringing depth to a character nobody cares about. Part 526, right?
I guess. I mean, this was technically, I think, like, classed as being a special presentation.
Really?
Like, you can watch this. Yeah, people were saying it's technically a special presentation. You can watch this as a character study similar to Werewolf by Night,
Yeah.
and it's completely standalone. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, it also adds, obviously, to the rest of the show, but it is a fully standalone special presentation, which, as we well know, I'm a big special presentation fan. Make more special presentations.
I think it's really interesting that they took advantage of this guy who had this power to the point where, like, his power malfunctioned and something terrible
Yeah.
happened, and instead of, like, taking responsibility for that, they were like, no one's allowed to have powers anymore if you want to be an actor.
It even showed you fucking superhero fatigue. People getting bored of him.
Right.
And, like, now he's gotta act in, like, infomercials for laxatives and whatever. Because, you know, he's a gimmick and nobody really
Yeah.
cares that much anymore.
Yeah, he's no longer, like, an actual person. He's just some kind of catchphrase.
We did, of course, have Josh Gad playing Josh Gad.
Which
His
was
DJ
wonderful.
remix of, like, In Summer or whatever it was from
Yeah.
one of the Frozen films.
I honestly want them to release that on Spotify so I can put it on my playlist.
So I saw somebody mention this, and they said if it had released week to week or in chunks, then there would be a better chance to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Because they played it throughout the credits.
Oh, man.
So it's a full song. It's there, but, you know, the conversation about Wonder Man is going to be over now.
That
so
if I was at the club and they brought out
people
Josh
have packed up
Gad,
and moved on.
if I was at the club, even now, and they brought out Josh Gad and he started singing a remix of In Summer, I
Are you
would
still
be
here? What's happened?
on the dance floor. Yeah, I'm still here. Are you not hearing me?
Ryan? I've lost Ryan.
I'm still
Ryan's
here.
Okay, well, you weren't here.
I was talking to you and I could hear you.
You just cut out.
Anyway, if I was at the club, I've said this 3 times
God.
because you couldn't hear me. If I was at the club and they brought out Josh Gad and he was singing this remix, I would be on the dance floor so fast.
Would you climb through Doorman?
Yeah.
Oh, what did you think of Roxanne?
If it was Doorman or a fucking fire, yeah.
What did you think of the Roxanne?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
the company Roxxon was the brand of, like, the chemical fucking trash bin that the ooze was oozing from.
Okay, I didn't pay attention to that, so I really don't have many feelings about it.
Roxxon are a company in the MCU and Marvel Comics.
Right.
They appeared recently in Wickham Witches Road. Go buy comics now. They're like, they popped up in Loki as RoxCorp or Roxmart or whatever. They've made little cameo appearances throughout the MCU, but them creating, like, the Darkhold dimension, essentially,
Right.
is a massive link to Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
So we could be getting canonized Cloak and Dagger, which would be great, because I want to watch that TV show.
I do like Cloak and Dagger. I think that they deserve some time. I only
I hope
watched,
they bring
like...
the actors back from the old show.
Yeah, I only watched the first season of that show. And I don't really remember
Was it
it
good?
that well. But
Oh.
I do remember liking it, so I don't know.
Okay, well.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's good. I just
No,
liked it.
some people are easily pleased.
I'm very easily pleased. I
I think overall, this was the best episode from a creative
Which
standpoint.
is funny because I just saw people saying it's the worst episode.
Mental.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the best, aside from maybe, like, the second to last episode.
So, yeah. Did you know that Doorman was on the Great Lakes Avengers?
Yes.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Did I?
I think that it
you
would
could
be...
certainly say it is wonderful.
I
yes.
think it would be hilarious to have, like, a B-movie of him becoming actual Doorman and joining the GLA. Or like just small one-season
You know
TV
what?
show.
Sure. Why not?
Just one season.
It depends who's making it.
It's a mature rated, like, comic book. Too.
Yeah, but who's making the show?
I don't
Who are
fucking
you?
have... I don't know anybody who makes shows.
Okay, well, compare it to another show. Like, what's it gonna be like? What's the tone of it? Like, who are you... Is it gonna be like Hot Fuzz? Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
No, it would probably be
Oh,
like
for fuck's sake.
The Boys, if The Boys were actually
no, you were right.
superheroes.
No, you're
But,
okay.
like, less about
The Boys
sex.
isn't funny.
The comic book is only situationally funny.
They're literally a team made up of guys called Doorman and Flatman and fucking...
Yeah.
I don't know who else, but clearly it's gonna be a heavy comedy.
They're D-list heroes, right? It is gonna be hilarious, but situationally funny. I think The Boys is very situationally funny.
Okay, well...
Clearly we have different ideas of...
That is an opinion,
comedy.
certainly. I don't really know. I like Bottoms comedy. Bottoms is my style of comedy.
That's
I
not
like
at
that.
all.
Camp. Give me some camp comedy.
It can be a little camp, but it definitely is, like, the comic book is very, like...
Oh!
So many people die. Squirrel Girl's in it. Squirrel Girl's in the GLA.
Fuck that bitch and her nuts.
And
it's
so
gotta
are
be
two
like
of her
super bad.
squirrels.
Super bad.
Yeah.
Not super bad. Fucking
Superbad
no,
is
the
good.
other one. The other one.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Like
It's gonna be like
Kick-Ass,
Kick-Ass.
yeah. Which
Yes.
is perfect. The main guy for the GLA is Mr. Immortal. He's got no powers besides the fact that if he dies, he revives. He, like, can't die.
Cast McLovin.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Get him in here. I'll write the script now.
Okay.
I'll make a pitch.
It's a great idea.
I don't know if it's a great idea, but it's an idea.
My
And
favorite...
I like the idea that we'd get a Great Lakes Avengers before we get the Young Avengers. Jesus Christ. Can we talk about the next episode?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't like this episode. It was perfect filler. Episode 5 was the stolen bike.
Yeah.
Simon uses his powers to beat up some friends from Trevor's past, and they get caught on like TMZ style camera.
It was good filler though.
Yeah, it weren't
It was
bad filler. I
exciting.
just didn't care. I could tell when we were watching, well, not when we were watching, but when I was watching the
When we were
episode.
psychically watching it together.
Yeah, I could tell that like, oh, okay, this one's a filler. Like, not when you're 10 minutes in and not a lot's happened. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's 20 minutes. We're halfway through. We're off to get a bite.
I really liked.
I thought it was still funny.
I really liked when they went to the house to get what was it, the motorcycle or whatever, or
Yeah.
whatever they had, the bike. Yeah, it was a bike. So when they went there, and then they didn't care, like nobody has really cared about the fact that the Mandarin is a convicted terrorist, and they're like, "Can we just get a video of you holding some mandarins? A video of the Mandarin with some mandarins?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, it's not."
It
the
was
time.
realistic. I'm like, they would, like, Gen Z kids would be doing that now.
Yeah.
Like, can we get you on
And
TikTok real quick?
they immediately think they're making drugs, but it's really just chamoy candy,
Just, yeah,
which
regular
is
shit.
really good candy, by the way.
That, to be honest, like, every time they do comedy on this, it's just brilliant. I loved
Yeah.
everything from, like, even when they show up at the door, and he's like, look, we're actors, we'll play as cops, like, I've done a cop role before,
And
it's
then they
fine.
immediately-
And then as soon as the door opens, she's like, no way, the Mandarin! And just Simon's, like, eye roll, he's like, oh.
Because of
It
course
was just
they know.
perfect. It reminded me, like, the whole show in general, it gave me a little hint of, do you know, like, Zeke Stain from Ironheart? How he was kind of like the comedy relief.
Yeah.
It kind of, like, it gave, I was like, you could bring in, like, it's similar vibes. I'm like, these merge well together, but Wonder Man is doing it on a higher level.
Yeah.
But these are still two entities where I'm like, they are in the same universe and they would gel well together, and I'd like to see Trevor Slattery's opinion on Zeke Stain.
I don't know if they just used their budget better than Ironheart, but it did seem like a higher budget TV show to me.
Yeah, I think they were very clever with how they used it.
But, I mean-
a lot of the episodes were set in like one location or small locations.
Yeah,
like
they
small
utilized
cast.
what they were doing. And
No
and
powers.
they didn't have a lot of big scenes where they needed a lot of special effects either. It was mostly just
Yeah.
situational acting, which is pretty cool.
And I don't know, Ironheart was a very different show. I think it's easy as well because it's like one of the more recent shows
Yeah.
with it. Is it like the last live action TV show that's come out?
No, I think did I don't know. I'm really bad with the timeline. Didn't Daredevil come out after Ironheart?
No.
Oh.
Daredevil was early last year. Like in
Yikes.
fucking March or something.
When did Ironheart even come out?
It came out in June.
Interesting.
I don't remember. I feel like the rest of the TV shows that came out last year were animated.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we had Marvel Zombies and we had Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but either way, I think it's easier to compare these like back to back, considering how close they came out. I'd love to see, like I said, those worlds like cross over, but also specifically give me some Trevor and Mephisto, please. Can we have the Mandarin making a deal with Mephisto?
Mephisto's dead. Oh wait, Mephisto.
Mephisto's not
Never
dead.
mind.
Who are you on about?
I won't even say it.
No, please do.
I thought you meant Mysterio.
What's that got to do with Ironheart?
He's an actor, is he not?
Oh, I guess. Oh, why did they not bring that up? That's a perfect reason to not have actors in Hollywood, because we had a guy go mental with some CGI and almost destroy London.
Nah. It's the doorman.
I think they could have referenced it. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a side thing where Simon was like, "Oh yeah, I knew that guy." Like I worked in a project with that guy. He was fucking crazy.
We both auditioned for the same role. They picked him. I think it was a mistake.
He went in with this big fishbowl thing. It was bullshit.
Yeah. They really liked how method
God.
he was.
So, at the end of episode 5, they get told that the callback, or whatever, has been moved forward and they have to frantically get to Von Kovak's house, along with the other people that have been chosen
What a stupid
for...
job, bro.
Yeah, the other people that have been chosen for the Wonder Man and supporting roles,
Oh my
they're
God.
going to be there. And we get a whole episode where it's basically an act-off. And Simon is really, really fucking struggling.
Yeah, he's
and
not
Trevor
doing
is
good.
breezing through it.
Yeah, and then Simon is like blaming Trevor the whole time because Trevor just revealed that he's working for the DODC.
No, he didn't do that yet.
Oh
He
wait,
didn't do that yet.
no. What was
He was pissed because at the begin they went in with the game plan of like, oh, we're gonna do this and then we'll do this and then we'll do that.
Right.
And Trevor was like, chill, like we don't need a game plan or whatever. And then they got there and Trevor got paired with somebody else and didn't argue about it. So Simon
Right.
was pissed. It was like when you get into class and your best friend don't want to be partnered with you.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Just threw his whole vibe off.
Yeah. You got that jump scare, the punch through the face.
That was fucked up. That was real. After the other one, I was like, holy shit. Also, how did he turn into candy? But yeah. Thank God he was just sleeping.
Scared the life
I
out
had
of me.
like a little bit. I was like, how the fuck is he? I thought maybe he was hallucinating or something. I didn't know that he was gonna be like full on sleeping. So I was grateful. I was like, he's so fucked.
I thought it was a solid episode. I don't really have any comments about it. I feel like it's very self-explanatory what the episode was.
I really liked
Um,
the like I guess to see Von Kovak like his storyboard in his house. That
Yeah,
was my
I did
favorite
like
part.
that. There was a lot of MCU Easter eggs on that.
Yeah, and like the behind the scenes of making a movie is so fun.
I think there was also references to other IPs, because I remember when I did my reaction for the trailer, I paused it on that storyboard, and I feel like there's possibly an alien egg on there from the Alien franchise.
Oh.
I can't remember, but I think there's references to other franchises that they own on there, which is also cool. I liked meeting Von Kovak in general. I thought he was way cooler in this than he was in Superman as the president of whatever country he was.
Yeah.
He plays the quirky, artsy director a lot better than he does there. But
Dictator.
I thought it was good. It was a good episode. Then they got the roles. We're making the movie.
Thank God.
But somebody from the New York Times wants to interview them. And the woman that comes to shadow them is a real fucking person.
Wow.
And the episode is named after her. And I googled it, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that they're being this meta. Like, they've named the episode after her, the entire episode is about her, and like, her just doing her real life job.
That's really
And they're
cool.
like, you know, Simon's talking about how she's a character assassinator, and Trevor's like, oh no, she's really credible.
And then he gets character assassinated.
Yeah.
I do think it was
But I
interesting.
thought that whole episode was great.
Yeah, it was interesting, like, the way that they set it up where Simon was so worried about her digging into his life, and it turned out to be, like, totally fine, because everybody only said nice things about him. And then when it came to Trevor, that's where she actually was going to be doing the character assassination.
Because he completely forgets that he's working with Trevor Slattery, a former fake terrorist.
Yeah. Or he just thinks
So,
that it's all
obviously-
okay now, because clearly he's
Yeah.
doing this movie, so why wouldn't it be?
But there was a good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a picture of it. I might have to go onto Disney Plus and get a screenshot real quick. Because they did a reference to a Wonder Man outfit, and I really liked it, and I've not seen anybody bring it up.
When they were doing the costume fitting?
When they would, it was before that. It was. Oh no, it wasn't before that. It was while they were just casually walking around on the sets and stuff. Which someone said that was the Warner Brothers set lot that Disney hire out to make films and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's really weird. That we're seeing the Warner Brothers set in a Disney TV show about making films and stuff. I liked that he was so picky about the glasses as well.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what fans are like. They're like, no, it has to be the original. You have to give us the original.
I like how he was like he wants it as close to the original as possible. That was fun. Like,
yeah.
And then he like gets the pair and he's like, "Oh, how close are these?" And the guy's like, "No, we literally got you the original because you're just not happy with anything else."
Took him a long time to fucking get them though.
Yeah, which stuff like that is probably like buried in props and stuff.
I thought I liked being on set as well, and like those huge warehouses and stuff. It was a cool, like a peek inside.
Yeah.
Of Hollywood stuff. But this
And,
is
like,
my favorite fucking Wonder Man outfit that I'm showing you.
Oh.
I've sent you the pictures. It's for our audio listeners, which is everybody. It's the black, like, bathrobe kind of thing that he wears, and it's got the W's on the chest when he's initially talking to her. And it's the exact Wonder Man outfit from, like, the retro look, but it's black instead of red.
Nice.
And I was like, I recognized it immediately. I was like, that's cool. That's such a good Easter egg.
I like that.
Of course, like not as good as the actual outfit that he ends up getting, but we'll get to there.
It's also interesting that these sets are like little towns.
Oh, it's mental.
And to see like the amount of people working on the set is interesting.
Well, I mean, we saw it in Fallout earlier in the season when fucking jumping back to Fallout, but when Coop is doing the photo shoots and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, they're talking about, like, people from catering and people from here and people from there, and it's the same in Wonder Man. Like, you've got so many people running around and doing stuff. It's just insane. And then we get, obviously, the interview from the New York Times with Trevor and Simon, and Simon's... Oh, I felt so bad for Trevor because he loves talking about his mum.
Yeah.
And he loves talking about, like, his passion for acting and, you know, he's got, like, such a good underdog story. And he was so excited to talk about his mum to the reporter, but she was like, no, let's talk about when you got arrested at the airport.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he's been doing so good. But it was perfect for their character arcs. Like, Simon's been struggling this entire time and he's finally found himself, whereas Trevor's been cruising along and hasn't had any issues, and now he's encountering something.
Yeah.
And obviously then he has to reveal it.
I felt like I didn't expect it to take this long for them to, like, reveal the fact that he was working with the department. And I liked the way they did it, because for a long while, I didn't realize the fact that he, like, didn't want to give up Simon, you know? Until this point where he's like, I've been collecting stuff on you, but, like, clearly nothing's come of it, even though he has all of this evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the stuff that happened at his family's house, he could have immediately used that, but he didn't.
Yeah. He's been specifically...
It kind of seemed like he was using Simon to still be in the Wonder Man movie. So, at this point was where it kind of came to a head, and you're like, is he doing this for, like, for Simon, or is he doing it, like, for himself?
Yeah.
Which Simon clearly thinks that he's doing it for himself, but
And that's how we get to our big implosion.
Yeah, which he does right in front of the reporter. I thought that was gonna have more, like... I thought that was gonna have, like,
But
higher consequences
it was,
than it did.
like... It was inside the warehouse, so... I imagine, like, in emergency situations, if she's outside, she's just gonna get the fuck out of there. Because we're living in a world where the Battle of New York happened. And Endgame happened, so let's maybe not stick around near the massive explosion.
If anybody, a reporter would stick around.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she was fucking corralled off set, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there getting evacuated out of the area and whatever, but that led us into the final episode.
Yeah. Which I figured that this was the reason why it didn't have too much of a consequence, is because she probably thought that she set off the Mandarin, and this is, like, the consequence of... because of what he then goes on to do by not turning Simon in to the authorities. And instead
I thought it was, like, such a good twist. I got it when... like, they were saying, oh, we're approaching the apartment now, kind of thing, and he's on the phone to Trevor. I got it straight away that they were going for Trevor, because it's a trope.
Right.
And they were zoomed right in on Trevor, and I was like, oh, he's wearing the Mandarin outfit, that's why they're so close up. I was so excited. And then, obviously, like, you get to see Simon watching the fucking news report, and it's another, America.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing the whole shtick.
I think...
he's in the get-up.
Yeah, I think it's sad that he doesn't get to now be in his feature film, but I do think, like, it was a really good character arc for him for this show. Like, that was awesome. And it
was the perfect way as well of, like... It was his way of apologizing to Simon.
Yeah.
He was willing to throw his entire life away so that Simon could carry on.
And to be honest, that's some really good press for Wonder Man. Just saying.
Oh, insane press.
Especially because he played the person who was gonna do a terrible thing, like betray Wonder Man. Like, I don't know. It's awesome.
That added a whole new layer, like, earlier on in the season when they were reading the scripts.
And you thought that was, like, foreshadowing? That Barnaby was gonna...
it's mirroring.
Oh, yeah.
It was brilliant.
It definitely made you...
Oh, and the fucking... like, the scene where they find out about it is when they're in the car in episode 5. And he's like, oh my god, you won't believe what happens. And he's like, Barnaby betrays Wonder Man, and he has to stop the car, and he's like, wait, what? And it's like, oh no, when he finds out, it's going to be awful.
Yeah.
But they did such a good job with the writing, and I was like, oh, that's a good... if that's the last that we see of Trevor in this show, and, like, it kind of ends on that note of... I didn't expect the show to end how it did.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, Trevor's going to go away, and he might pop up in a later thing or whatever, and Wonder Man's going to go make his film, and we're going to get to see bits of that, and then, like, his powers will get revealed in front of everybody or something, and the show will end. But no. It was completely different to that.
It was wonderful.
It was just fucking... That's the only way for you to describe the show as wonderful. Wonderful Wonder Man.
Wonderful Wonder Man.
What did you think of the premiere and stuff?
I like that he got his flowers, and his family, like, crying in the theater to the movie was, like, I don't know, it warmed something in my heart that's been
his
dead
brother
for a long
shedding
time.
A tear.
Yeah. I was like, this is beautiful. And I'm glad that he had his moment, and then it's like, I don't know, he's been waiting his whole life for this, like, to prove that he is, like, a real actor. And now he did, and now he can go and do, like, whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, because that's what happens in real life. An actor does something really, really sick and really, really cool, and then they just go off and they make weird things for the next couple of years.
Or they're just in fucking everything.
Yeah.
Just fucking
they either go
everything.
the Emma Stone route or they go the Pedro Pascal route.
Yeah.
And then we got, like, the episode kind of shifted, and we jumped to him visiting, like, a guy in a small town, and he's explaining to him that he's going to be basically adapting this guy's life, and he wants to method act and shadow him and, like, really get into the role. And this dude's, like, hesitant, but he's kind of down for it because Simon's famous and is offering money or whatever.
He's Wonder Man.
Yeah, you know, he's the biggest movie star right now, so why wouldn't you want him following you around? And it's revealed that this guy works at the Department of Damage Control's super prison.
Yeah.
Which I did not see coming at all.
Which is funny, because I actually did see this one coming.
See, everybody else has said that they saw that coming when I've seen reviews and reactions, and I'm like, I didn't clock that at all.
I just thought it was so weird. Like, I mean, for them to put this in, I don't know. It just kind of started, I didn't realize it at first. At first I was like, oh, he's doing this weird, like, it's just showing him being an actor after all this stuff happened to him. But, like, then I just started putting the pieces together. I was like, why is he here? Like, what's the point of this part of the story if this is just the end of the show? And then, like, when he's taking him to work, I was like, oh, there's no way. Like, he's going to get Trevor.
I thought it was wild.
Especially,
and I love
like,
the fact that
he was like, I had to get you clearance. I had to say you're a new trainee to, like, get you in.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of, like, I was like, oh, okay. It's something serious.
I think it's just the fact that he spent so much time, like, playing the long game, slow working this guy.
Yeah.
Just to save Trevor. I was like, they're such good
and, like,
friends.
Going
it
with him to the
so
doctors. He went with him to the doctors as he was getting his, like, fucking...
Didn't the dude have cancer or something?
I thought it was, like, a heart thing. Because of the stress of the job, is what he said.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was that. And the wife wanted him to quit.
Yeah.
But they didn't have the money.
And
then
now
Simon gave him the
money.
It was just such a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I liked the cool, like, he's in disguise because he's playing the role and he's going through the prison disabling the cameras. And they could have done it like, they could have been cheap, okay? They could have showed us a corridor of cameos.
Yeah.
But they didn't, because it wasn't that type of show. Mm-hmm. If it was anything else, we would have seen a corridor of cameos of, like, fucking a dude in a Crossbones outfit, or some extra from the Miss Marvel show, or whatever.
Setting up the Sinister Six.
Yeah, setting up the Sinister Six. But it wasn't. It was what it needed to be, and it felt like... I don't know, that scene in particular felt like a comic book scene to me, and it felt really cool. And then, like, you know, fucking Trevor's writing his letter. He's like, oh, who are you writing it to? He looks up, and boom, Simon's there. He's like, bloody hell.
Wonder Man, Wonder Man, Wonder Man.
And then they hit the Willy Wonka glass elevator fucking power, and they're not gonna go through the walls... or under the walls, they're shooting out the fucking ceiling.
Which is crazy.
Because we get the reveal that he can fly.
I don't understand his powers at all.
It was just brilliant.
I don't get it.
So, in the comics, he's created, I believe, by Eamon Modoc. And he's mixed with ionized energy or something. So he can change ions.
So he can affect matter?
That's his ability. Yes.
Okay, because that's what I was kind of figuring, but I couldn't tell if it was just like, I don't know, energy he was affecting.
It's very sort of vague, deliberately.
Yeah.
But it does make him extremely fucking powerful. Like, possibly Sentry levels of powerful.
It seemed like he would be on that level.
Yeah.
I
Which
really
this completely
listen.
changes the landscape of the
Listen.
MCU.
I've seen people talking about how Sentry and him are supposed to have some sort of fight at some
Oh yeah,
point.
they got beef.
And I really I think that a battle between Wonder Man and Sentry going toe to toe, like when he's like pure gold Sentry, and then he turns into Void and having Simon have to fight through the Void, like that's gonna be amazing. And we could have like a lot of chances to see like I guess what really happened to Simon during his childhood, because they sort of alluded to it really well in the show, but they didn't really get into like what happened to his dad and like why his dad's not around anymore. You know, clearly he's
Yeah, they
dead,
deliberately left
but
stuff off the table.
like exploring that in like a void room situation would be fucking awesome. I'm excited for them to fight. Even if it
God,
doesn't
it's gonna be
go the way I
like
hope it does.
Superman versus Zod in
Oh
Man
my
of Steel, where
god.
they're just punching each other through skyscrapers.
They need to like just let them go at it.
I've been missing that, to be fair, like just two big fucking titans
Yeah.
punching each other around the fucking world. Give me that in the MCU, why not?
Sometimes it's necessary.
I think if they are going down the route of an eventual
they could they could
if
both
the,
go out in
do you know, like
space, probably.
yeah, they could.
They
They
don't have
could.
to do it on Earth if you want, like, but seriously, the CGI has gotten good enough, we can do it.
If they're building to an eventual version of Civil War 2,
Yeah.
then I mean Simon's a great person to have on Falcon no fucking sorry.
Captain
I dead named
Falcon.
him, I'm sorry. On fucking Captain America's Avengers.
Yeah.
Like the power leveling. If you can't have Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel's off planet, like Simon's the heavy hitter.
Mm-hmm.
I would fucking love to see him go toe to toe with. Like, what does this mean for Doom?
I don't know, man. He's fucked.
And like, I'm assuming Simon Williams is not going to be back for Doomsday because I don't think the majority of recent characters will be. I think that they're going to be in Secret Wars.
Right.
But he's going to be such a heavy hitter for Secret Wars, and he's definitely coming back.
Yeah.
100%. People have been saying like, oh, you know, it's such a small show and nobody's watching it. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone has been talking about Wonder Man because it's word of mouth has been saying how great this show is.
Yeah. I do think that like this is sort of a lightning in a bottle situation where they change something, which, you know, some people are like shitting on Wonder Man just because it's different than what they expected from Wonder Man.
It doesn't have enough action in it.
But they did such a good job.
Why
with
is
it
Yahya
that
Abdul-Mateen the second black?
they can take this so far.
How can you cast a black man as my favourite character, Wonder Man? Shut up! Shut up! I hate people.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think that we're finally back in a place of like, I'm gonna do the MCU's cooking again. The MCU's back. We're back. But we've been back for a while. It's just that nobody's really realised. But I feel like we are back in terms of the TV show portion. Ever since, and I know nobody fucking watched it, but ever since Agatha All Along, and I think I thought fucking Ironheart was good. I thought Daredevil Born Again Season 1 was, like, good enough. It was as good as it needed to be to survive and get a second season. And now this is good. Like, this felt like how WandaVision was, like, hyper, like, genre-based. It was a hyper focus on TV shows, and, you know, you got, like, black and white episodes and slapstick comedy, and it was different. And, like, Loki was kind of different like that. You know, it was exploring multiverse and variants and things, and it was entirely separate from what we'd seen before.
Everyone hated Miss Marvel, and that was really good, too.
I did not watch it yet.
It was so good, and you should watch it.
But I believe that it was good. I will be watching it on YouTube when I finally get round to the reactions
Which
in about 5 years' time.
I'm a little bit with people that I don't like the change of her power set, but they do it in a okay way. Like it does connect her to actual Captain Marvel, which I do think is good for her character.
Synergy.
Because her being Miss Marvel in the comics was literally just because she liked Miss Marvel, and then Miss Marvel became Captain Marvel, and she's like, "This is my favorite hero. I'm gonna name myself after her," which is cute.
Synergy
but
bad,
make sense.
Ryan.
Anyway, I
Synergy
also think people forget that they were like the DODC was after Miss Marvel in her show too, and she's a mutant, so she was actually the start of the mutants in the MCU. Fuck everybody.
They tried to get Spider-Man.
All of you. Everyone forgets about Miss Marvel.
They tried to lock down Spider-Man.
Yeah, they did.
He had to get Matt Murdock on the case. That's how bad things got. Fucking She-Hulk. There was a point where they had Abomination.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of crazy stuff. They're gonna be a big player.
Okay, so this actually leads in quite well, because as we finish up our discussion, we've been going for a while, where do you think Simon Williams and Trevor Slattery are best suited in terms of their future in the MCU? Do you want to see a second season? Do you want to see them join a certain team?
I think that Trevor is probably not going to be very helpful in any capacity moving forward.
He's the ghost Agatha to Simon Williams Wiccan.
Well, he probably needs to go into witness protection.
He will be there for moral support.
And they should send him away.
Witness protection. But everyone thinks he's a terrorist right now again.
Well, it gives Simon a reason to go seek out the Avengers, not the new Avengers, the Avengers, and get some help from some people. Also people who know Trevor, like Shang-Chi, right? He knows Trevor, kind of.
I guess.
Vaguely. Of him.
He bumped into him that one time.
He's heard about him. So, hey, maybe he could help out.
As soon as he met him, he was like, wait, aren't you that terrorist?
It's Shang-Chi's fault that he was out of prison in the first place. Not his fault. His dad's fault.
It was Wenwu.
So, listen.
Okay, I have a pitch for you. How would you feel about Simon joining the Thunderbolts with Trevor Slattery being the guy in the chair? He's the Jarvis for the Thunderbolts.
Sure.
So that we still get him, because I don't want to get rid of him. And I'm scared that he's gonna die. What if Doom kills him?
I don't know.
Oh,
why
God.
He would need to kill him.
Because he's a dickhead.
I don't know about that. It doesn't seem like
it could just be collateral.
It doesn't seem like it'd be very helpful to his cause.
Oh my god, he would be a great court jester for Doom. Keep him captive.
What if he keeps him captive in order to to have control over Simon?
Yeah.
And that's why that's why Wonder Man and Sentry even have their fight. Is because Doom's
Simon and Trevor are so gay.
That's what I'm saying. And then that's another thing about the gay allegory.
So gay.
Imagine you're an actor and you haven't gotten a job in a while, and you bring this man to meet your family. This is like the only person you've ever brought to meet your family. Why are you bringing this random man? And he's introducing him as his industry friend. Clearly,
he's the only guy that will put up with Simon Williams' autistic hyperfixations.
Clearly, something else is going on.
He's like, I've never met somebody like this before. My brother's a piece of shit that turns into a character called the Grim Reapers in the comics.
I've known you
and my mom has no idea what's going on.
What's more gay than knowing someone for a week and being like, come to my family's events with me. Come meet the family.
That is pretty gay.
Like,
We have an example of a mutual that like over one night of meeting somebody did get into a relationship, so it's pretty gay.
It happens to the best of us.
Okay, well, I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, to cap this off, I have some good news for you. Not related at all to Wonder Man.
Okay.
But apparently, Agatha All Along is essential viewing for Doomsday.
Whoa.
That's the latest of the scoops after we got the Wiccan is going to play a big role in the future of the MCU.
Woo!
We're now getting Agatha All... Which, did you see about the fucking... The death motif is in the X-Men trailer?
What's that?
Like, Lady Death's theme song from Agatha All Along is in the X-Men trailer.
No. That's interesting. You think
that's like a legit thing. It's like credited and everything. It's deliberate.
You think that Doom is working with Death, or that Death is just part of this in some way?
I think Death is just going to be a massive part of it. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you reuse that song unless it was deliberate?
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I think you've said it before, but like, it would be like important to her. It's the death of the multiverse, you know?
What if that is the new end credit scene on Endgame? Is Lady Death meeting Tony Stark and taking him into the afterlife?
Oh.
I don't know. Like, what's the situation with her when something like that happens? She gained half a universe and then lost him again.
Yeah. But
how's that work?
Weren't they not actually dead, or was it just a theory that they were in the Soul Stone?
I don't know. I assumed they died.
And then got brought everyone back to life. Was talking about them being in the Soul Stone for 5 years. I don't know if that was true or not.
They've never mentioned that in canon.
Yeah.
They've never really clarified it. Oh, it doesn't matter. I've give up. We've gone for too long.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've had enough.
There's too much.